In today's video, I'm going to be checking out a home free. This is Go Rest High on That Mountain live. This was recommended by one of the home fries. If you want me to check out more home free, if you want to recommend something, a specific clip, maybe it's music related or not, there's a link in the description section. Yeah, so I actually researched because I didn't know that it was a cover or an original. So I actually Googled Go Rest High on That Mountain and I saw the original. I listened to the original, so now I want to hear what Home Free will do with the original, what they'll do with this song. So this is a live version. Let me check it out.
Of course, should any of these moves continue for more than 4 hours,
how is it that Tim's voice is like whenever he relays a joke, it automatically just sounds funny just because he relayed it with a deep voice, you know?
how about these fine fellas up here on stage with me? I am a lucky man to be able to make music with these guys. All the way on your far right-hand side. Originally from Rupp.
I like a musician who identifies that him working with other people is actually what makes him and just the group in general successful. It's not about him, it's about him and his comrades.
I am here in Mankato, Minnesota. Where he founded the group 18 years ago, our beatboxer, Mr. Adam Rupp. That brings us to the Alabama boy. We struggled with him, didn't we? I mean, what can I even tell you that you haven't already figured out for yourself? He can sing real high, real low, everything in between, and every day we thank our lucky stars that he did not join pentatonics.
I did not expect that. A
little bit down the line, we have the man from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Who also happens to have one of the most amazing tenor voices I've ever heard.
Just a quick question. If you're a huge fan of Home Free, this is just a random thought, has Avi Kaplan used to be with Pentatonics, has Avi Kaplan ever considered joining Home Free? If you know, you can tell me in the comment section.
My life. Popular, Rob Lundquist. Okay, now it's your turn, Little Britches. This young man is originally from Tifton, Georgia. He is our sky-high power tenor, and I think you'll agree, pretty easy on the eyes. Y'all make some noise for Austin Brown.
Thank you kindly, y'all. Now last, and certainly not least. Yeah, that's right. He is all the way from southeastern Texas. He has been shaking you in your seats all night long. The ground has literally been rumbling beneath your feet. He is one of the best basses in Home Free. Make some noise for Tim.
What does he mean in Home Free? He should have said in the world. That's what he should have said, in the world.
Beneath your feet. He is one of the best basses in Home Free. Make some noise for Tim.
So somebody told me that uh, Tim Tim has a 5-octave range, something like that. Yeah. So I actually googled Tim Faust octave range, and I saw a word I have never seen in music. The word was bass profondo. Bass profondo. That Tim's voice is bass profondo, and then I clicked on that on Wikipedia. They said that bass profondo is the lowest bass ever. So he's, to me, he's like the best bass in the world.
Thank y'all so much. Now I'm going to brag on some other people for just a minute because I mentioned earlier that Adam started the group 18 years ago here in Mankato, Minnesota. And there's some...
Did he say 18 years ago? Go back.
Now I'm going to brag on some other people for just a minute because I mentioned earlier that Adam started the group 18 years ago here in Mankato, Minnesota. And there's some important people that he started that group with.
I have a lot of catching up to do.
His brother, Mr. Chris Rupp. And Matt Atwood, who's here tonight, so y'all make it up, give it up for those folks. And I was actually just reminiscing about the story of the very first time I had my very first home free rehearsal. I was living out in Southern California at the time, and I said, hey, you want to go on a Christmas tour in the Midwest? And it had been a while since I had been here around Christmas, so I said yes. And all they told me was when to fly in and where to fly into. And that was Minneapolis, and that was the extent of what they told me. And Matt Atwood picked me up at the airport, and then we started driving for 30 minutes, and then an hour, and then an hour and 30 minutes, until we arrived in Mankato, Minnesota. And
He has mentioned Matt Atwood. I don't know if I heard that correctly. Matt Atwood. I don't know who that is. So I'm watching this without knowing who that is.
I mean, that was about 8 years ago, and you guys have not disappointed. All along the way when we were doing shows at Hosanna Lutheran Church. You guys have always been some of the best bands we get to perform for anywhere in the world. So thank you so much, Mankato, for being you. And then there's a group of folks who are, let's be honest, more important than all the people who we've talked about just now. And that's all the moms that are here tonight. We want to thank each and every one of you moms for what you do, particularly Mama Rupp, who's here tonight. And Adam's beautiful wife, Erica, who's here with their beautiful daughter, Cerise. Happy Mother's Day to each and every one of y'all.
Because of the sound quality, I feel like I'm in the audience right there, in the audience with them. I feel like that.
All right, it's time for a pretty song now, y'all. So that means it's time to get those cell phones back out. It's time to turn the flashlights on. And it's time to wave them around. We're going to feature Mr. Rob Lundquist on one of the most beautiful songs ever written by the one and only Vince Gill.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's what I was supposed to say in the intro. The original is by Vince Gill. I checked it out, so I want to see how Home Free get to cover it.
I know your life on earth was troubled, and only you could know.
Their harmonies already just make you feel elevated, and then you can feel like hair standing on your arm.
On earth was troubled, and only you could know the pain. You weren't afraid to Go rest high on that mountain. Son, you work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting, love for the Father and the Son. Oh, how we cried the day you left us. We gathered round your grave.
There's this, if you watch closely, you'll notice that the home free members are doing different things and then switching between different things. So someone like I think Chance, Austin, and Tim move from to doing harmonies together and then doing backup. The transition is just flawless and makes the song sound so good. Let me just rewind that.
Oh, how we cried the day you left us. We gathered round your grave to grieve.
There's this, you feel like, I don't know if it's the song itself, but you feel like this elevation when they're singing, and I don't know if it's because they do harmonies then sing, and that transition makes the song just feel like it's shifting upwards as they sing.
Wish I could see the angels' faces when they hear your sweet voice sing.
There's no beatboxing in this one, so Adam is just doing and creating like the fill up for the song, giving it that nice harmony that Rob is singing on top of.
Go rest high.
So when the chorus hits, they start singing all together. It's creating this like, it's getting like, it's like up and down type transition in the cover.
On that mountain, son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting, love for the Father and the Son. Amazing grace,
Oh!
how sweet the sound
Oh!
that saved a wretch.
You see, the reason why I'm so surprised is because Tim is singing, so it's like he's singing somewhere in between bass and like tenor. He's singing like somewhere in the middle there. It's not low, and it's also not high like Rob's. Yeah, although I think is Rob low tenor or high tenor, but you know Tim is singing like between tenor and bass, just right there, and it sounds so nice.
Like me, I once was lost, but now I'm found.
I was about to say that he's singing with his regular voice, but I've heard Tim talking. He talks, you know, with like a bass. So this is him actually singing like in a much higher register. Yeah.
I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
This mashup, like I said, I checked out the original, the one by Vince Gill, and this mashup of Go Rest High on That Mountain and then with Amazing Grace is just
Go rest high on that mountain, son, your work on earth is done. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the Son. Go to heaven shouting love for the Father and the
I also noticed something, yeah. So Humphrey are typically like this very funny, goofy guys, but when it comes to like these deep songs, yeah, when it comes to like this deep song, they can be like super heavy with emotion, and I like how they know how to change their tone based on what they are covering. That was really cool. That was really cool. I'm assuming there's like a studio version of this. Yeah, so I'm gonna go check it out. If you enjoyed my reaction for Go Rest High on That Mountain Live, make sure to smash like and subscribe. On the screen I'm going to leave other reactions for Humphrey. I have to get to check them out and enjoy.